Hey you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back. So in today's video, we'll be talking about 3 products that have been getting a lot of buzz these days. And honestly, I was interested in them myself, not just because of the hype. I just thought these would be great for the summer months. But I'll tell you right off the bat, I don't think all 3 of these products are worth the money. However, there is one product that blew me away that I'm very excited about and I do think is well worth the money. And it's very unique in its nature. There's not a lot of other products out there like it. So we'll talk about that in the end. I'll let you guys know my favorite, but we'll go through each of these products and I'll let you know the details behind each and the pros and cons. All right, so first let's talk about the new Makeup by Mario products. I was really excited to see this release. I tried out 2 of his new product, well not new products, but 2 of his popular products in my last review, and I saw this release and I thought the powder was especially unique in its nature, something you don't really see a lot on the market, and I just think he is the cutest man ever. He just seems so sweet and kind. Are you guys watching the new Kardashians on Hulu? I feel like I can't really stick to it, but I don't know, there's something about them that always pulls me in. It's like you just can't look away. But there was a scene, Kim went on SNL and he started to get emotional because they were talking about her dad and how her dad would be so proud of her, and I don't know, he just the way his reaction was, he just seems so sweet. So it's like you can't help but want to support him. And you just cannot deny his talent for makeup and the way he transforms the skin. I feel like all his looks are just so flawless looking, but yet effortless at the same time. So I could not wait to get my hands on these complexion products. So he came out with a powder and then also this skin enhancer, which is an all over warming complexion tint. So let's first talk about this one first, the skin tint. So this comes in at 6 shades. You're getting 0.18 fluid ounces. I have the shade light medium. Now when I first saw the shade, I got light medium. I was taken aback. I thought it was going to be way too dark, but when you see me apply this, it does blend in very nicely, and in the directions he does say to start on the perimeter of the face and blend in, and when you apply it that way, you do get a very nice natural finish. You don't get any patchiness on the perimeter of your face. It blends so easily, and I just love the creaminess of this product, and it does give decent coverage. It talks about being a sheer tint, but I would say it gives, light coverage. It did even out my skin tone. You can see my dark spots poking through, but it does give some nice evenness, some blurring on my face, and it really does float over pores and texture. It doesn't enhance any dryness. As a matter of fact, I feel like it keeps my skin hydrated throughout the day. I felt like this wore nicely throughout the day. It did get a little bit oily as the day went on, but still held up and it never looked makeup-y. It just looks so nice and lightweight on the skin and natural. But now the big question, is this worth $30? It wears gorgeous on the skin, it really does, but if you already have a bronzing lotion or a bronzing balm, a cream bronzer that you already love, I don't think you need this in your collection. Honestly, that's all it really is. It's a glorified bronzer. I do think the marketing pulled me in when I heard that this was a complexion balm that warmed the skin. I'm like, oh, this sounds really different. It sounds like something I don't have, but after using it a few times, I'm like, okay, it's kind of like my other cream bronzers that I own. It does have a gorgeous neutral tint to it. I appreciated that it blended into the skin really nicely, and it's such a quality product. It's very effortless. So if you're looking for an effortless product, I do think you would really enjoy this, but if you have a cream bronzer that you already love, I don't think you really need this. Now the next product, is my favorite. I said I would tell you guys in the end what was my favorite, but I'm already giving it away here, but I cannot resist. This product is so good. This is the Softsculpt Transforming Skin Perfector. This comes in 0.31 fluid ounces. It comes in 5 shades. It's $34, and it's a perfecting powder that blurs, illuminates, and sets skin with a radiant glowing finish. You're really getting a combo of 3 different shades. The top shade is a highlight. The middle is more of like a goldeny shade, depending on what shade you pick up, I should say. I have the shade light medium, and the bottom is a bronzy shade. And when you swirl the brush in these 3 colors, it transforms the powder into this gorgeous, perfectly shimmery, not overly shimmery, just enough radiance to it. This beautiful all over bronzing powder that warms up your complexion, but it's still somehow, it sets your makeup at the same time. So you're getting pretty much a multiple use product out of this because it sets, it bronzes the skin. You can contour with this, you can highlight with this. I feel like there's so many of these bronzing trios with the highlight and the bronzer. You swirl them together and you're just not left with that natural look. A lot of them look too overdone, too shimmery, but this gives the perfect radiance to your skin. It is beautiful. I love it. And I just love that it really does set your makeup at the same time, and you're also getting a bronzer. So you can pat it in to set As you can see, I just took down some of that shine, or you can use it to contour your cheeks, contour the perimeter of your face, use the top shade as a highlight shade, or just swirl it together and give your face an overall just warmth to the skin, and again also set your foundation or the complexion tint if you used his complexion tint. It doesn't make your skin look patchy, it doesn't cling to dry patches. It reminds me a lot of my Hourglass ambient lighting powders in the fact that it's very lightweight, it blends into the skin easily, it literally just becomes one with your skin. It's not one of those powders that look overly dry or cakey. It's very nice and seamless on the skin, just gorgeous. I just love it. It feels lightweight on the skin, it doesn't feel heavy, and it floats over texture, it doesn't enhance texture. It's a beautiful powder, so loving this so much. And then next up we have the Ilia See Beyond Triple Serum SPF of 40. Now I have the Supergoop Vitamin C and SPF, and I think that was the first of its kind to combine vitamin C and SPF, so this isn't super new to the market, but it was the first product that I saw that had vitamin C and the tint to it with the SPF. So I was excited. Then I saw the price. Was anybody else extremely taken aback when they saw that $64 price tag? When I saw that though, I just could not resist it. I was almost more intrigued to see if it was worth the money. And when I did look into the ingredient list, it did look like a very nice formula. So let me read you guys the details of this product. So you're getting 1 fluid ounce for that $64 price tag, and you have 10% zinc oxide in here, so you're getting a mineral sunscreen. You're also getting squalene and ascorbic acid. Now it doesn't say the percentage in here, which I was kind of bummed about. I would love to know the percent. If you look down at the details, it does say that it's included at an active level, i.e. a percentage shown to benefit the skin. So they don't show the percentage, but they're telling you it's at an active level. So I thought that was interesting, but I was excited to see that it is the true form of ascorbic acid. This is in a waterless formula, so it will maintain its stability. And you also have other oils in here. There's jojoba seed oil, meadowfoam seed oil, also the allantoin, which is a nice soothing ingredient that's very popular in Korean skincare. And then we also have the niacinamide. Is the niacinamide percentage listed? It is not. So yeah, I'm curious to know what these percentages would be. I wish they would have listed the percentages. It is higher up there on the ingredient list. Now, obviously this is a first impression, so I can't tell you guys if this has had any brightening on the skin, but I do really enjoy this formula. Now, let me preface this by saying the packaging is terrible. This pump is very unique. So I think they were trying to do something different, but the only way it works is to hold it upside down, and even with that, it only dispenses a very tiny amount of product, so you do have to pump out a ton of product to get an even application on your skin to get that full SPF protection. But now pros, let's talk about what's good about this. So I love the tint that this gives my skin. It warms up the skin tone, it gives your skin a natural sun-kissed look, and it almost blurs out the skin tone as well. And I just love how this is on the oilier side, but it doesn't slide around my face. It never feels dry. Often with mineral sunscreens, I can get like a drier feel on my face and a heavier feel, but this still somehow feels like a lightweight oil. It's a very nice application. It's very much like a facial oil. So I like the smoothing action, I like that dewy appearance, I like the tint that it gives my face. Is it better than the Supergoop Vitamin C? Because that's what I'd be comparing it to. It's a very similar product. The only difference is the bronzing action to this. And looking into the two products, honestly, I think the Supergoop is just as good, and I could just use a cream bronzer over that Supergoop and get the same effect. And it's not $64. Let's look at the Supergoop Daily Dose. So this is an SPF of 40, just like the Ilia, but this is a chemical SPF. And I will say this is not as hydrating as the Ilia. I do feel like the Ilia holds up better for my dry skin throughout the day. Again, this is more oily. This has more of a serum-like consistency, and it does dry down to almost a tacky feel. It feels a little tight on the face, but again, you're getting the SPF of 40 with the vitamin C. So they're very similar products. So let me show you what this looks like on the skin. So it has a slight peachy tint to it, and it gives a beautiful glow, almost identical to the Ilia as well. This is just a little bit more hydrating, but obviously a lot more expensive. So you have to weigh your pros and cons. I feel like the texture of the Ilia is a lot more elegant, and this has the mineral SPF. So it's just a matter of what you prefer. And just to show you guys too, against two other product combinations that I think look exactly the same, if not better, I think this combo is a little bit more natural looking than the Ilia. So let's compare it with the Ilia on the left side of my face. The texture, like I was saying, is super silky, so you are getting that elegant texture for your money, which is nice. But I love this combination. So I go in with the Timeless Vitamin C. This is a 20% vitamin C. This feels like a facial oil. It's actually pretty similar to the Ilia, except it's a little thinner, but it gives that same glowy result and finish. Same hydration too. I feel like the Ilia does keep my skin pretty hydrated throughout the day and very moisturized, keeps my skin looking just very smooth and dewy and healthy looking. So do you see how it gives that pretty glow? And then over top of it, to amp up your glow, and then of course to give your skin some SPF protection, the Josie Maran Protect and Perfect is gorgeous on the skin. I thought it was pretty similar to the Ilia because it also has some oils in here. There's argan oil, and it gives that same smoothing texture, and it's also a mineral sunscreen. So very similar. Obviously the only difference is that vitamin C ingredient. But I feel like with the Josie Maran, I get even more blurring in my skin tone. Do you see how it almost kind of covered up that dark spot there? And the Ilia just gives more of a sun-kissed appearance to my skin. But that combo looks very similar on both sides. And another pro with this combo as opposed to the Ilia, you're getting the 20% vitamin C concentration with the Timeless, and with the Josie Maran you're getting an SPF of 47 protection as opposed to the SPF of 40. Ultimately I could use other products to get the same look and my money would go a lot further. So it is a nice formula, it's a nice product. I was just bummed by the packaging, honestly. It just takes so much effort to get this product out, which I know is a minor detail, but when I'm spending $64, I would have appreciated a nice pump. It goes on nicely on the one side of your face, but when you're trying to switch it to the other side, it's just a little awkward to hold it upside down. And when you put it directly onto your hands, I feel like it just seems like some of the product is lost. And $64 is extremely high for 1 ounce of SPF. Yes, you're getting the vitamin C, but I could use my Timeless Vitamin C that I pay $25 for underneath my other favorite SPF. So yeah, I just don't think this was worth the money. It's different, it's unique, it has that extra bronzing action, but there's just other things I could use in place of this. So to conclude this video, I told you guys I would let you know my favorite. I kind of already gave that away, but the Transforming Skin Protector by Makeup by Mario is absolutely gorgeous. It smooths out the skin, it sets the skin, but somehow gives this beautiful radiance to the skin. It smooths over texture. It's such a beautiful product. I love this so much. I will repurchase this if I go through this. For sure. I just love it. I love the bronzing action and I love that highlight action as well. It's just a perfect powder. I really love the formula. So yes, this is a winner in my book. The Ilia, I just don't think this is worth the money. It's nice. It gives a nice dewy finish to the skin. Too soon to talk about any brightness that I'll have from this product. I'll continue to use it, but I just don't feel like the price is worth the packaging and the end result. And then the bronzer. So this is the Warming Complexion Tint. If you have a cream bronzer that you love, continue to use that. This is nice. It blends in seamlessly, but I just don't feel like, after using it, I don't feel like it's anything different than what I already own. When I read the details, I'm like, that sounds a little different, something to warm up the skin, but overall, I mean, come on, let's get real. It's just a bronzer. So yeah, that concludes this video. I really enjoyed this powder. I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know if there's any upcoming releases that you're interested in. I'd love to know. And thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.